Hey guys, welcome to another set of matches, hosted by silentkaster here. I've been away for quite a while, but I was able to get a recording software that works pretty well with my laptop, so I am back. I will do some videos or take requests. As you guys know, I do have a little bit of a lengthy analysis at the beginning, but hopefully you guys do forgive me. And the set of matches today are going to be thanking CT5Holy for the streams that he does. So, thank you, CT5Holy. I've recorded 4 of your teams versus some different teams here in Arena. So, let's get started with the analysis here. We've got CT5Holy on top this time, which is Duck the Mime, Combustible the Paladin, Cut Down the Ninja, and Inspiration the Monk. Just so you're aware, this is his Two Swords Mime Funsies team. So starting with the mime here, Two Swords Mime with items, a little bit faster, 10 speed, so that's good. His job is to copy some of the other members of the team, which we'll see in a second here. But basically, his job is just to copy them. Items, kind of a curious choice. And the reason I say that is because when you use items, you don't have throw item or anything. So he's just going to go up and he might use an item on somebody. And then, like, if the other team or if the other teammate moves, he'll just attack. He has a chance of attacking that teammate. But hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully he faces away at least or something if he uses an item. And then we've got the Paladin here. He's just got Steelheart, Quickening, and Transfusion. He is undead. Auto Potion is there, so that way if he does get hit, he'll lose an extra 70 HP, which will hopefully help him attack the next turn. A little bit fast for a Paladin. Like I said, 10 speed, so that's pretty good. This unit's pretty good. He is also immune to sleep, frog, and don't move, so pretty necessary on a guy like this. Ninja here, dual cutters, platina dagger. Good combo. Dual cutters will hopefully do some extra damage, and platina dagger can finish him off. Item. Again, the problem with ninja item users is that they're just hilariously passive. Like, I don't understand why, but like more so than even other item users. Like I see chemists and like lancers and stuff like that go forward before I see item using ninjas. So hopefully this guy isn't too passive, but he can be from what I've seen. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Finally, we've got a monk. As we know, CT5Holy likes Last Song, so Last Song is on here, along with, I think, like, Repeating Fists, curiously enough, Secret Fist, and Chakra Revive Stigma Magic. Yeah, I was surprised to see Secret Fist, but we're hoping the Mime can copy. Hopefully he's not facing one of his buddies when he does that, but yeah, hopefully he's facing an enemy. I think I've seen this team in get 2 death sentences before, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that is CT5Holy's team, and we are going up against DW's Engineering Nonsense, which consists of Entropy the Scholar, Residual the Mime, Turbulence the Geomancer, and Free Energy the Wizard. Entropy the Scholar here. We've got a summon magic using Scholar. I believe she just has, like... Oh, she has Lich. That's right. She has Lich and I think, like, Thunder Flare, Mad Science, and, like, Fairy and Carbuncle. Yeah, so Lich is pretty cool because this team has a Mime, which we'll get to in a second here. But, yeah, I like that because Lich is a really good spell to use with a Mime. It guarantees a kill if both hits land. So, and it's not an elemental or anything, so that's pretty good. Mime here, we just talked about her. Lots of talk skills. She has Preach, Stall, Refute, and a few others. So, yeah, the mime is pretty cool here. Yeah, I really got nothing to say about the Mime. She's pretty good. Immune to Berserk and decent MA, so she's just there to mimic Lich and to do some other stuff from the team, including the mimic lores. And we have a Geomancer here. She's just got 2 elementals, and then she has like Holy, I believe Raise 2, Isuna, and Cure 2 maybe. So just elementals, in case she happens to be on a map where she can use them. Other than that, though, she's got, you know, she's just a support unit. Pretty decent, immune to Silence and Berserk. Pretty important for a mage. And this is a wizard. She has, most notably, Flare, along with, like, Haste 2, Sinkhole, I think Comet, and a couple of others, like Fire and Bolt or something like that. I'm sorry, I can't exactly remember, but... most notably, DW, I want to let you know, this wizard has a lot of JP left over. I mean, you could give her pretty much any reaction ability you want. You could give her a few more spells. You could give her, I mean, you could give her a lot. And, you know, at least the reaction ability. I mean, she could have anything from HP Restore to Auto Potion to Damage Split. I mean, just something would go better than nothing there. But that's just my opinion. And other than that, though, both teams look pretty strong. Not sure who's favored in this match. Sorry about that delay. Okay, so for the first match, whoops. We are gonna go to, I didn't do RNG, so let's just go to one of my favorite maps, which is the Klaus Desert, for the large map here. Good luck to the both of you. It's going to take a while for the teams to get to each other. And DW does have lore. So Paladin does start with a quickening. Mime follows up. That is the Paladin's only quickening unless he gets some chakra from the monk. I'm not sure there's any other way for him to get MP. I think it's just chakra. So we're starting with the lore spam now. PA save. Auto potion. Auto potion, which might hurt. Might hurt the Paladin a little bit because the teams are taking a while to get to each other. Note the ninja is not being as passive as I thought he might be, which is good. Last song misses everybody. Does hit when the mime does it though. Couple people. Ooh, ninja got both procs off. Pretty good. Monk's gonna creep forward. Mime does go for Death Sentence, nails it. I think Geomancer's going for a Holy. She's gonna try to combo with the Scholar. Mime does eat it. Auto Potion should save him from the lures, though. Ninja finishes off the Geomancer. Auto Potion. Paladin just survives. He might get a chakra here, which would give him another, Oh! Monk decides only to heal himself. Mime gets a couple whacks in. Female Mime actually heals the Mime a little bit with her punch due to auto potion. Paladin should be going down. Wizard goes down. Bag whack. Yeah, Paladin does go down. Couple of punches from the Mime. And there's no more revival, it's just a talk skill Mime now, so CT5 will be taking this eventually. He's stuck in a little bit of a sandbag loop, but ooh! A block and a counter. Well, that'll break the sandbag loop. And now we're just waiting on them to finish off that mime, basically. Paladin doesn't get up. Death sentence onto CT5's mime, but I don't think he cares. Repeating Fist does finish her off. A little mimic backfire. So CT5 does take round 1. Alright, and welcome back for round 2 here. We are in the Egro's Blue residence. Little bedroom. Conference room, whatever it is. Last round. Oops, sorry, that's my phone. We had some fireworks pretty early. We had DW's team on the defensive most of the time. Despite the Paladin not getting in the action, DW's team was pretty much just on the defensive and wasn't able to recover. Let's see how DW does in this round. Got the lures going off. Raise 2 does hit the Paladin. And Ninja goes down. Both last songs miss. Doesn't matter, the monk just got a turn. So it is a 4-on-2. Paladin can come back up eventually, but Death Sentence on the Mime isn't going to be helping anything. Mime may go for a revive. Mime takes out the wizard. Holy does take out the monk. And Mime is down to his last turn. Ooh. Ninja gets a counter in. We'll see. Okay. Ninja is gonna X-Potion himself? Is that enough to survive the Holy? Mime X-Potions himself as well, but it doesn't matter. No. And that was a very short round, too. So DW did take that round. We're going to see a round 3. Okay guys, welcome back for round 3. So round 2 was pretty quick. A complete reversal of round 1 actually. DW took... She took control right at the beginning and just never let up. Yeah, the magic was really able to really do CT5Holy in before he could get his plan going. So we'll see if this round, or what happens this round. And the tiebreaker, death sentence misses. 65% raise 2. Raise 2 does land, so those auto potions didn't matter. Mime finishes off the monks, so this may be a quick round. Ninja's gonna X-Potion himself and run, but... which does help the Mime out a little bit, but I'm not sure. And interestingly enough, we have not seen a Lich. Geomancer is going for Holy. Mime does get a turn. Is he I'm not sure if he's redirecting something. I don't think so. He didn't punch or do anything with his last turn. Haste 2. Because of the Mime, gets the entire party. Mime uses the X potion. I think she's going for Lich now. This will be the first one of the match. Geomancer is going for Holy. Ninja can use the X potion, which will save him. Along with the Mime, so even if Lich hits... Is female Mime in position? No, she's not. So damage stacked onto both units. Mime's gonna rush forward. Only gets the female Mime once. Ooh, Paladin's back up. Ooh, Charm misses. Ninja uses X potion. It does look like the monk's gonna die. We're gonna need an auto potion to go out here. Not on that unit. Well, that didn't help too much. Monk does crystallize. Wizard gets all her MP back, just to make matters worse. Flare. He's gonna revive his buddy, but... Yep, Punch finishes off the Mime. And Hell Ivy finishes off the Ninja. So DW does take the first match. Get ready for the next match. Alright, next match we've got coming up for you here is CT5Holy's Fervor versus Shintroy's Mime Ranged 1. So for CT5Holy, we have Enja, or Enga, the archer. Tick-Tock Clock, the chemist. Words, the scholar. And Shady, the scholar. Alright, so to start off, we've got an archer here. He knows Grand Cross, as well as, I believe, execute an arm aim, maybe. He has faith up. That'll make his blaze gun shots stronger. Doesn't have the strengthen, but that's okay. It'll still do some damage. Attack up to make the Grand Cross stronger. So eventually this guy will be hitting pretty tough, whether he does Grand Cross or whether he does normal shots. Move +1, just to get him more in range, because the blaze gun does only have 4 range. Only thing here is you did have 200 JP left over. I probably would have added Seal Evil, just because, you know, Cursed Ring, Black Costume is a thing. You won't be able to damage them. The only thing you'll be able to do is arm aim them. So Seal Evil is a free ability. Why not, you know, as long as you have 200 JP, it's a free ability. Why not take it? So that way you can at least somewhat one-shot the undead. This is a chemist here. Dual Platina Dagger, pretty cool. Dual-wielding chemist. Cherish for auto-protect. Black costume, green beret. So, only thing is the archer may decide to Grand Cross this guy, in which case he'll be blinded, and, you know, it won't be too bad, but, you know, just something to think about there. Time Magic, all he has is Haste 2, Slow 2. Again, this guy had 200 JP left over. So Float would have been okay to add, or another item. There was a few things that could have been added to this guy. I would at least go with Antidote, if nothing else, just because if he does get blinded, at least he can, you know, heal the blind proc. But anyway, otherwise, decent chemist. Should be fun to see him in action if he decides to go for the dual wielding. Scholar here. She has Fire 2, Shadow Shade, Bio 2, and Quake. So Faith up, move MP up, yeah, good stuff. So she'll be able to restore her own MP. Magic attack up will make those spells hurt, particularly the Fire 2. Again, Fire 2 isn't strengthened, but Quake and Shadow Shade are, so you'll probably see her use those. She also had 200 JP left over. Might have added one more black magic spell, particularly maybe like water, just because it is strengthened and it bypasses reflect. I mean, so does Shadow Shade and Quake. But you know, just in case they do have reflect and they absorb either of those elements, it's an extra thing to attack with. But that's just my opinion. And Shady the Scholar, 16 MA, so again, so magic attack up. She does not have the strengthen. Oh no, I'm sorry, she does. Golden Hairpin does strengthen dark. So she also has Shadow Shade, Bio 2, and I think like Raise, Asuna, maybe Wall. I can't remember the other ability. But anyway, so she'll, yeah, this Scholar's good. She'll be able to absorb the dark and then also deal out some good damage. So basically, all around high damage team, with some AoE and some nasty panel targets too. So pretty high offensive team. We're gonna see them in action against Shintroy's team. He has Despair Lancer, Mythbolts the Mime, Runite or Reunite, I'm not sure, the Geomancer, and Lunar's the Time Mage. Okay, so here what we've got going on is we got a Lancer, 10 speed, Cursed Ring, Crystal Shield to null the fire weakness. He's got Steel Heart. He's either got Steel Heart or Steel Accessory, and then, or I'm sorry, he has neither of those. He just has Quickening and Jumps. So I don't think this guy will actually use Quickening. I think Jump any combination of jumps count as one ability. So you need at least 2 abilities in order for the AI to flag quickening. I'm not positive. And he'd only get 1 shot at it anyway. He'd only get 1 quickening. You know, unless he somehow restored his MP. But yeah, I don't think he'll be using quickening. But otherwise, overwhelm with jump, strong. His jumps are 5 CT with 10 speed, so not horribly slow. And yeah, so he'll be. Oh, he does have move MP up. I'm sorry, I missed that. He'll only be restoring 3 MP a turn, but like I said, I don't think he'll be using quickening. So you may want to reorganize this unit. Abandon could probably go. Cursed Ring with Abandon, no Mantle. It's not really that gonna do you too much good. You know, maybe if you do want some more evasion, I mean, you could switch to like Awareness, and then you could afford like Steel Heart or Steel Accessory, and you can get your quickening flagged. This is a mime. He's got equip range, so Poison Bow. Poison Bow can be really annoying, especially for sandbagging. Chakra Band and Gold Armor. Chakra Band protects him from a lot of nasty statuses. Gold Armor protects him from like silence and dead. So you won't be able to death sentence this guy. Equip range, so we'll see if the mime will keep the poison bow, I guess. For snipe, he's got like arm aim, maybe seal evil, and a couple of others. Geomancer, she's got most of the elementals. You left off Pitfall and Demon Fire. I'm sorry, Pitfall and Lava Ball. So you may want to put Pitfall on her in case you get one of the checkboard land maps, just because that is literally the only Geomancy used, is Pitfall on those maps, and maybe like take out like Quicksand or something. But other than that, she is 9 speed, so not terribly slow. She'll be able to keep up with the raises and whatnot. Decent stats for Geomancy as well. Magic attack up helps that even further. So she'll be doing all right. Yeah, she'll be doing fine. And finally, we've got a time mage here. More support with like haste 2, slow 2, and stop, I believe. I could be wrong on some of those spells, but she, you know, more support here. Defense ring protects against nasty statuses. 9 speed doesn't leave her terribly slow. So, decent all-around support unit here. As far as who I think will have the advantage, I think CT5Holy has the advantage here just because he's got a little bit more AoE. Whereas Shintroy kind of... Shintroy's damage output is a little bit less, but we'll see what happens. So for RNG, RNG has picked map 41 as our first map. This is Rodeo's house. Good luck to the both of you. This will serve as our small map, I believe. So Shintroy's team, actually both teams are kind of similar in speed. Archer does get a shot right off the bat. Chemist is going to go for haste. No Donak procs on the Kamatachi. Mime out of position. Poison Bow doesn't proc poison. She's gonna go for Shadow Shade, it looks like. Ooh. Stop misses the Archer, and it triggers Takeover. Kind of unexpected there. More faith up. Bio 2 is guarded. A nasty poke on the archer. However, he recovers most of that HP and gets another faith up. X potion on the Lancer. So it does look like CT5Holy is in the driver's seat here. Looks like the Scholar's gonna go for a raise onto the Lancer. Poison bow. Shot. However, they are out of revival. Shintroy's team is. Lancer can't heal himself. This potion's gonna finish him off. So now all that's left is the Mime. Archer does get a shot in. Does go down to poison. He'll get up from a raise and die again. Chemist does heal the Scholar before she gets her turn. And is that a Quake? Yes, it is. I think the Mime is down. Yep. And an Asuna to finish off the match. So CT5Holy does take round 1. We'll see what happens in round 2 on a larger map. Okay, and starting round 2, we are at the public cemetery. In the last round, CT5Holy took an early lead and knocked out Shintroy's revival, and he wasn't able to recover. So we'll see if he is able to do anything more this time. This map is much larger. Of course, that does give CT5Holy more time to get lures going. Both sides using haste too. Scholars are not hasted. Neither is Lancer. Lots of reactions going off. The two magic users suffered a lot of damage from that. Archer puts Geomancer into critical, so the Time Mage is going to have to heal her. Mime goes forward. Ooh. Weapon break would have been pretty big, actually. But it did miss. Mime steps into Cure 2. And decides to cure the Archer too. And slow 2 hitting 2 units. More lures. Will Shintroy's units get a turn? They do. Wall will probably just save her. Wall on the Mime. But that should do her in now, along with the lures. Yep. Ooh, both magic users go down. So Shintroy out of revival again. Does hit the archer for some good damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Mime is almost down. Auto potion does help him a little bit. Lancer goes down to the raise. Chemist heals his body, and it is down to the Mime. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. Almost down. This should finish him off, maybe? Indeed. And celebratory Shadow Shade. Alright, so CT5Holy does take that match. Get ready for your third match. Alright guys, so for the third match, what we're going to have is we're going to have a team that I've made, apparently, in my memory card generator. I don't really remember making this team, but I figured I'd show it off because maybe you guys have seen it before, maybe you haven't. I don't quite remember. But anyway, this is a team I had in my memory card generator I made called Bards with a question mark. So here they are. This will be just about as much of a mystery to you guys as it is to me. And they're going to be facing CT5Holy's Journey. So on the top here we have Battle Song the Bard, Life Song the Bard, Magic Song the Bard, and Repeat the Mime. So when I looked it over real quick, just to make sure it was legal and everything, this guy has Battle Song for Draw Out, Cheery, and something else. I think maybe Bees and Boat, Murasame, etc. 19 MA, so he'll do fine damage. Life Song. He has Life Song. He also has Raise to Asuna Holy. No Strengthen, but still he'll do okay. Oops. And Magic Song. He's got Lich. I did see that, and he's got a couple of other spells. He's also got Magic Song, and one of these guys has Angel Song. I think it's him. I think it's him that has Angel Song, but I can't remember which one. But yeah, I guess he's just there to cast Lich, and then this Mime is there to rush forward, punch people. As you can see, he has Salty Rage and Maximilian. Dragon Spirit, so that if he gets targeted, he'll get back up, hopefully punch someone, move +1, so he gets in range. So I guess I'm just counting on the enemy moving forward and then kind of dying to a bunch of AoE and a Mad Mime. Really don't remember, but I don't have too much disruption or anything, so I do have to knock out the enemy quick. So there's that. That is my team. And they're going to be facing Journey, which is kind of something I kind of had an idea about for CT5 and asked him to make it, but let's take a look at it real quick. We have Joker the Paladin, Sorcerer the Chemist, Not Berserk the Archer, and Boring the Oracle. So what we've got here is taking a look at this paladin. As you can see, he is 4 speed. Masamune puts him at 5 speed. He has Cheer Song and Angel Song, and that is it. That's all he has. Finger Guard is just there to prevent status in case somebody comes close to him. 2 swords for the double Masamune, so that way Cheer Song will get plenty of opportunities to go off. And then Float, I guess it's just there. It's just there to have something. He's pretty tanky. White robe, iron boots, immune to sleep, don't move, funnily enough, and frog. Which, that might actually be relevant. I don't think I have anyone that uses charm, but it would be relevant if I had someone that used charm. This is a chemist. She knows frog, and I think that's it for black magic. She also has a bunch of items. Thief hat, black costume, so she's decently fast. P-bag, just to keep her HP up. Her job is to frog people. Use items if need be. Not Berserk the Archer. Hunting bow. Zephyr shield. Yeah, this guy is just there to really be annoying, cause don't move. Very fast. Dragon Spirit, if he takes some damage, he'll get re-raised, draw out. I think he just has Masamune. He doesn't have very many snipe skills. Like Execute, I think is his only snipe skill, and it's just there because CT5 wants him using the hunting bow more than anything else. So he doesn't want him doing pretty much anything else except Masamune and using the hunting bow. And boring white magic oracle. Indeed it is boring. You've seen this unit a bunch. Basically just there to use raise 2 Asuna. She has a couple, I think maybe sleep and something else. Octagon rod in case she gets close enough to the enemy. She might be able to frog him. So who will win? I think CT5's got a little bit more disruption. And he's a little bit tanky. So I think he might have the advantage here. Not too sure, but I guess we will see. For our first map, I had picked... Where was it? It's right around here. Cellar of Sandmouse. That was our first map. Good luck, CT5. I also sped the game up a little bit. I know the first 2 matches were kinda... the animations were slow and everything, so I played with the settings, and it did speed up a little bit, so hopefully that does help. Sorry about the matches being a little bit slow. Of course, this is an older laptop, so I can't speed it up too much, but it can help a little bit. Mime does get Don't Move, which is bad for a Berserk unit, but he gets re-raise out of it, I guess. And Oracle going for a Don't Act on 2 units. Mime can't move. Misses 1 Bard, but gets the Singing Bard. That Bard's gonna go for Holy. That one has to move back. Does stack some damage onto the Oracle. But Chemist is gonna heal her. Wow, 3 points of speed from Cheer Song. Landing on the right units, too. Because CT5 doesn't necessarily want the Paladin to get sped up. Murasame. Masamune. So they are getting fast. Does have Holy for the Chemist, puts her into critical. Ooh, Frog misses. That's good for me. Don't Act coming up. Wow, 3 more points of speed. So CT5 is getting pretty fortunate with the cheer songs here. Here's some cheery. Shiva. Archer goes down. Oracle's gonna have to spend a turn reviving. But my team is Don't Acted. Paladin gets a point of speed this time. Frog misses again. And I think that's my only status cleansing that I have on this team, so if Frog hits him, that's going to be a big deal. But I have gotten lucky so far. Chemist goes for a bag whack. Not the best plan of action, and now I'm getting a bit lucky here. However, his team is fast, so he might be able to... Bard's gonna go for Holy. Masamune should save the Archer, though, along with move HP up. Won't die. Cherry just to wake up the Mime, which is a huge... Wow, that was actually really cool. He decided to wake up the Mime, damaging himself, and then a Moogle heals everyone. And the Mime gets the kill. That was pretty interesting, I gotta say. More Frog, again, that unit... Oh, but Mime takes down the Chemist. So CT5 in a little bit of trouble here, despite the early lead and the cheer songs hitting. Oracle is gonna go for the raise, but Cherry takes her down. Backfire. And Lich hits the Paladin. Mime's out of position. Cheer song not going to be enough. Yeah, that Paladin's really tanky. Holy's doing 100 damage. Of course, it's not strengthened or anything, so... And Harp Shot, and I do take round 1, so we'll see what happens in round 2 on a smaller map. And for round 2, we're going to be in the pub. We have a good old bar fight here. So, starts off with a Masamune. In round 1, I actually really turned it around. Some lucky missed frogs was what did it, really. There's another one. Although that frog is only 25% to hit. Lucky placement, I get the entire team Masamune right from the start. And Shiva, combined with Holy, takes out the Chemist. Archer gets a bow shot in, and Oracle's gonna fall back and raise the Chemist. She does do so. Chemist is back. Archer took some heavy damage. But they are fast. Chemist goes into critical, but does get auto potion. And more Holy is being charged on her. Along with more summon magic. Holy takes out the Chemist. Does take out the Archer. I'm out of position. Archer comes back from re-raise. Masamune's and runs. Cheersong misses. And Oracle's gonna try to raise the Chemist again. Mime takes out the Archer. Fury takes out the Chemist and stacks some damage. And then Mime Fury puts the Oracle into crit. Well, not really. Just gave her a little bit of HP. 88 damage of Holy. Lich takes out the Oracle. And Paladin is by himself again, so it does look like I'm taking round 2. And indeed I do. So, CT5, get ready for your last match. Alright, and CT5, your last match of the day. This is going to be Reks' newest team on top, known as Mirror Force, which, I don't know if that's a play on the Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's one of my favorite cards in the game, is Mirror Force. And it's like, opponents never see it coming, so they attack, and even though they see the trap, and they still... Even though they see it, they attack anyway. Anyway, so that's your team, Reks, on top, known as Mirror Force. Bottom is CT5's team, known as Wall of Faith. So to take a look at both teams real quick, we have This Is, the Squire, How Mirrors, the Mediator, Work, the Chemist, and Right Guys, the Chemist. That star is supposed to be a question mark, but FFT does not like question marks, so it's a star. Alright, so to take a look at these guys real quick, we've got a Squire here. She is pretty much just Disruption. She's got, like, Throw Stone, Heal Wish, along with, like, I believe Stall and Mimic Darevon. Damage split Unyielding, so she'll be tanky, annoying to take down. Flash Hat, again, adds to the tankiness. Reflect Ring. So that he can have some reflect shenanigans, which we'll see in a little bit. Next is How Mirrors, the Mediator. More Disruption. She's got Blackmail, Mimic Darevon, along with Kiyomori, Masamune. I'm actually surprised you don't have, like, Insult on one of these guys, just because it does go so well with Kiyomori, but the talk skills you do have are pretty good, too. Madlam Gen, just for the stop proc. So again, more Disruption. She's got a little less HP. She's not quite as tanky, but she'll still do her job pretty well. And again, 10 speed, so she's fast enough to do her job. And we've got a Chemist with Ramonda Gun, so she's there to pick people off. As well as use, like, a few snipe skills. Seal Evil, Hawk's Eye, Execute, and Headbreak is what she's got. So she can lower people's HP by using Headbreak, their total HP, that is. Seal Evil, just in case she comes up against some undead, and then Hawk's Eye and Execute. Hawk's Eye is just basically there to be annoying with poison. And then Execute is just good to finish off units. Projectile Guard is there, I guess, just to give her some protection against projectiles. I guess I'd like auto potion better personally, but that's, I mean, projectile guard can be good in the right situations. And then just I'm sorry, a chemist. This chemist has the reflect stuff. So the first 2 units are hopefully going to go forward, and this chemist will come behind and attack. Not that strong. She doesn't have strength in. She's got like fire, ice, and bolt, I believe. You did have I believe you had a little bit of JP, so you could have added something else. But I mean, it is what it is. But she's got magic attack up for 9 MA, an effective 12. So we will see some reflect stuff, and hopefully it'll be fun. So basically, this team is tanky, tries to get you a status. Probably more goes for the long game, with the head break to lower your total HP and then kind of pick you off slowly. And so we will see how these ideas fare against Wall of Faith from CT5, which consists of Hop Hop the Lancer, the Bard, Weird the Chemist, and Stuff the Summoner. Okay, so very fast Lancer here, 12 speed, white magic, half of MP. His job is just basically to buff the party, keep him in check, poke around a little bit, but he's not doing too much. 60 brave, no overwhelm or anything like that, so he'll poke around a little bit, but he's not gonna, he's not being counted on for damage. He's basically there to just be a support unit, essentially, and he should be pretty good at his job, just due to his high HP and very high speed. The only problem is that he has no way to heal himself, so if he does get like backed out of the fight, he'll stay out of the fight, unfortunately. But he does have a lot of HP, so he might be the last one to be targeted, which might be okay. He does have Wall to buff the party. This Bard here, more white magic goodness. I believe he has Holy, as well as like Raise 2, I think Cure 2, and maybe Magic Song. I don't remember if it's Magic Song or a different song, but anyway, he's just basically there to do damage and to support the party if needed. He has good MA. 15 MA with the golden hairpin will make Holy strong. Chemist here with the glacier gun, yin yang magic. All he knows is sleep. So I believe all he knows is sleep. I'm sorry guys. I uploaded these into the memory card generator, and it's now pretty late at night. So and it was a while ago that I uploaded these and took a look at them. So if I misspeak on any of these, I do apologize. But basically, this guy will do max damage. He's got the Glacier Gun, Magic Attack Up, Pilgrimage, one-away gems. I mean, he's got it all, so that's what he's there for. He knows a few items, and I believe he has Sleep. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. We'll see in the match, but I do believe he has Sleep. And finally, we've got a Summoner here. She's got like Haste 2, Slow 2, along with, I believe, Ifrit and Rama. And a couple of other summons. I don't think she has Fairy, but she has like Moogle, Carbuncle maybe. And yeah, very low HP, but she does have some strong magics with Magic Attack Up, Unevadable, and the Black Robe to strengthen them, so they'll be pretty strong. Who will win? Well, it's really going to depend on if CT5 can get the AoE off. If he can, then I think he'll win. But if Reks' team manages to disable CT5's team, then he will win. So it really just comes down to that. We're going to go to our large map first this time. It is map 55, Graveyard of Airships. So good luck to both of you. Have fun. We'll see what these guys can do. So teams are just going to move forward. Nobody in range for a little while. Okay, so maybe the Bard doesn't have any songs. Or he just chose not to sing. Sometimes the AI does that too. Stall misses Lancer, 48%. Gunshot onto the Summoner. More Masamune. Fire gets oil onto the Summoner. Ooh, High Potion. Not great. Lancer goes for Wall. And Bard charges a big Holy. Summoner... Is that a Moogle? Chemist should be going down. Indeed. She will get picked back up. Mediator goes for Don't Act, hits it. Stop onto the Lancer. So 2 of CT5's units are disabled. Summoner does get healed of Don't Act, but she will lose the spell she was charging. Not sure what the Bard is charging. Cure 2. Chemist steps into... Ooh, and oil really hurt that Summoner because she has Defense Ring. So CT5 on the back foot a little bit here. Kiyomori hitting 2 units. Counter magic. Bard's gonna raise the Summoner, but Throwstone's gonna say no. Lancer's gonna pick up where the Bard left off. And Summoner does come back. Ooh, Headbreak misses. Blackmail misses, but he's already stopped. Poison and blinded. Ice does take down the Summoner. She does not have much HP at all. Square goes for Mimic Darevon, but it doesn't connect. Gunshot does. And Bard's gonna charge Holy again. Mimic Darevon catches this time, and I think with that Mimic Darevon, I think that CT5, or I'm sorry, Reks is gonna pull ahead. Yeah, that's not gonna... This will wake up the Bard. Oh, it wakes up everybody. I'm sorry. Hits the Lancer twice due to Reflect, so nice on the AI's part there. Reks' team isn't very strong, but they're fast and they're disruptive. And sometimes that can do more in the long run. Fire. counter magic, but she gets a healing staff whack to take away half of that. Critical quick. Summoner's been doing nothing but charging Moogle. And healing, basically. Bard's gonna raise the Lancer. So he does have all his units back. CT5 trying to make a comeback here. Wow. And that chemist is strong. We haven't seen him in action yet because he's been mostly supportive, but 270 damage glacier gun shot. That could get him back in the game. Lancer does get don't acted, however. Remember, the Lancer's the fast one, so... him being don't acted is kind of a big deal. Holy onto the chemist. So CT5's making a comeback here. 141, but damage split. Lancer is still don't acted. Chemist, or I'm sorry, Squire's got to fall back and wish to the chemist, which misses. Pretty unfortunate for Reks there. Rama. Squire is pretty tanky, but she is starting to get low on HP. I think Bard's going for a Suna. Mediator takes some damage. Squire's gonna try again. Chemist does come back this time. Will she get a turn, though? Lancer is immune to Kiyomori because of diamond armor. Interestingly enough, the summoner ignores the chemist, who is going to get a turn. Is it because she couldn't damage the chemist? I'm not sure. Mediator's getting low on HP now, but so is the chemist. Because of poison. Chemist does heal herself, but she backfires a little bit because of the don't move proc. Lancer finally decides to try to heal the poison. Summoner's gonna fall back, go for Moogle. Mediator does catch the chemist with Mimic Darabon, and one chemist crystallizes. Now that Bard is out of MP. Mediator goes down. And Squire will keep moving back. Lancer has the wall ready. Ifrit for quite a bit of damage. Now once that chemist gets into range, the other chemist is probably going to go down. And CT5Holy should wrap this up. Summoner taking a lot of damage from Bolt just because she did have oil. Bard, once again, is out of MP. He might grab the crystal, though. Chemist goes down. One wall. Summoner decides to go for haste 2. And now we just wait for that Squire to eventually go down. Nobody's in range yet. She is going to move forward. Stops the summoner, but she blocks the poke. Not the harp shot, though. So CT5 does take round 1. And round 2 for our small map, the Office of Egro's Castle. Last match, Reks had CT5 on the defensive for quite a while, and then a couple unlucky breaks for Reks really caused CT5Holy to take control. So we will see what happens this time. Wow, that chemist does a lot of damage. Summoner gets slowed, but she gets cured. At least of the HP damage. Lancer is asleep, so that might buy Reks some time. He does have tankiness, and with that chemist on the loose, though, it's going to be hard. And you really need to disable those 2 magic users. For that matter, the Bard's pretty scary, too. Down goes the other chemist. Wish misses again. Blackmail misses. So nothing going Reks. Mediator will go down. Looks like. Yes, indeed. 287% misses. This is terrible luck for Reks. Chemist finally gets up, but I think the damage has been done. X potion, but yeah, it's just not enough. Chemist goes back down. Squire doing what she can. First jump that we've seen from Lancer. The other chemist crystallizes. The mediator's about to crystallize. Squire grabs the crystal. I don't think it's going to help too much, though. More jumps. Chemist is backing off, strangely enough. Another jump. So this time, Lancer is jumping quite a bit. More AoE. Oh my goodness. I guess this was a bad matchup, Reks. I'm sorry. we're just waiting for eventually CT5's units to wear down Reks units. More Rama. Damage split. Chemist is out of range still. More Wish. This time it misses. Almost there. Chemist gets up, but she should go right back down. And Squire goes down. And Holy takes out the Chemist. So CT5Holy does win this one. I hope you enjoyed these matches, everybody. Thanks again for all the streams you do, CT5. I do know they can be time-consuming, but we do appreciate them, and I hope that you enjoy these matches. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy your day. Thanks.